Hi, I'm Zom the Elusive Fangirl, and I'm back for episode 5 of Scumbag System. Last episode we ended off after Shen Jingzhe fought a one-armed demon and beat him quite easily, and now there are 2 more matches between the Demon Clan and the Disciples of the Peaks. I can't quite remember what happens here from the novel, but all I've heard is that people are excited for me to watch this, so I'm also excited to see what happens. I can guess that Liu Binghe's match is going to be in this episode, the one which we see parts of in the opening. Otherwise, I'm not sure what else will happen in this episode. As usual, to try and keep the comments spoiler free, I'd prefer if we didn't have any spoilers, but if you want to comment something and you're worried that it will contain spoilers for Donghua viewers only, then please start your comment with spoilers so that they can avoid them. Otherwise, I think that's it, so let's get to it. Yeah, we've seen almost all of the scenes from the opening now, except from these ones, which are obviously going to be Liu Binghe's fight from this episode, which I'm very excited for. The effects last episode were so good. I think this opening song has only just grown on me as the series goes on. It's very catchy. Oh, he's so pretty. Stop it. Sure. I love her costume, her robes. Yes, stay in character. I was gonna say, he just feels like a fan getting to watch a live action version. Like front row seat. I think this is a dance battle. Yes. No, Bingo's getting a bit self-conscious. Oh, I feel so bad for him. Don't get distracted by Liu Binghe. Wow, so creative. But he's gonna be like quite flattered that he's like being picked because his master believes in him. No, he's still quite new to cultivation. Oh. Oof. That was nice and quick. Wow. Wow, his model is amazing. Ah, the previous. Oof. The previous Engineer. Oh my gosh, yes. He's been made tougher by having to withstand all that torture. He's used to the pain. Which is horrible, but he's used to it now. Oh. Oof. Oh my god, yes. He's so agile. Oh. Come on, Binghe. You gonna say a line, Senjingche? Just one line? You're just a few hundred years behind. Oh my god. Yes, look at that face. The face that Shen Yuan like gave him. Like it was so earnest. Oh my god. Oh, nice. Was it in the manual? It is! He gave him another technique. Wow. Whoa. I love these effects. Oh wow, he's just so quick. His master means everything to him, though. Ooh. Oh my god, he's so cute. There it is. Ah! Oh. So this is the moment. Oof. Wow. With one hand he stopped it. Nice. Elder Hammer without a hammer. Oh wow. This is very fun to watch. Oh my god. Oof. Ah, the scene from the opening. I love that. Nice. There we go. He can now be respected. And everyone in the peaks knows about him now. Smile. There's another one. Oh, yes! Yeah? Yes! Ah! It's very unfair. Kill himself. Oh. Oh, he's gonna try and stab him in the back. He's gonna stab him. But he touched the spike. Oh, your feelings are getting in the way here. Ah.
这种毒对人来说确实无药可解，因为这就是魔族奇毒，无可解。无可解？向天打败金鸡用
That's his first thought, not the fact like, well, I'm probably gonna die from this. It's can't you come up with a better name? He looks so good when he's being serious. Well, that was a really good episode. I really loved the fighting in that. The movements were super quick, very dynamic, especially Liu Binghe, who was really agile and flipping and twirling and using his sword. I loved like how he fought with his sword and without it. The talismans looked great. All the effects looked amazing. The fact that the two girls basically had a dance battle was quite amusing. I did not remember that. So that was amusing to watch. What Shen Qingque or Shen Yuan is not actually realizing is, despite the fact that he knows that these people are fictional, and especially Liu Binghe is invincible and therefore cannot be hurt, the fact he is living in the world makes it very hard to ignore the fact that to him they are real people who go through real pain. And just because Liu Binghe is invincible doesn't mean he can't feel pain. As we saw, we actually get to see some flashbacks this episode of Shen Qingque, the original Shen Qingque, torturing Liu Binghe from when he first arrived at in the clan. And I love every time we get to see Liu Binghe's point of view, and especially this episode we had quite a lot of it. Most of it was from his point of view during the fight. It was him thinking about his master and how in his eyes he has actually helped encourage him, especially. But I don't think that would have been the case if Shen Qingque had been the original one, just because Shen Yuan, even when he was restricted by the OOC limit, he still managed to give Liu Binghe glimpses of someone being nice and kind to him. It's basically a tough love situation. So Shen Qingzhi was hard on him, but it was to make him better and stronger for the future, because being a cultivator is hard. You have to fight monsters, you have to fight demons, you need to be strong to do so. And so in Luo Binghe's mind, that's what Shen Qingzhi was doing. He was building him up to be stronger. He had to hang for 4 hours and be whipped, which is a lot. That is a lot to take for anyone. And yet he had to go through it, and so he's somewhat used to the pain and having to endure pain to get through things. So yeah, Shen Qingzhi just needs to realize that it doesn't matter how many times he tells himself or he knows in his mind that Luo Binghe is invincible, he is seeing someone who he actually cares about to be hurt, about to be in pain. He's going to act instinctively. He's not going to use his head. You don't have time to use your head. So, he pushes him aside and tries to defend him. I love the duality of Shen Qingzhi when Shen Yuan is playing him, because when he's not acting in front of the other characters in his head, he's very silly. He has the same kind of mannerisms as you'd expect anybody to have nowadays. Like in the last episode when he was throwing his hands down in a strop, that kind of thing. It was all those kind of mannerisms which aren't proper and polite. But then when he gets into character, Shen Qingzhi, and it seems like it's becoming a little bit easier to do it. It wasn't hard before, but he'd have to think about it a bit. But now he quite easily slips into Shen Qingzhi's character. He gets distracted sometimes, but when he gets in it, he looks fully involved. Like, being able to deliver those lines, like the one he said to Luo Binghe in the middle of a battle, and the ones after a battle when he's just found out he's been poisoned by something which has no cure, and being able to say them so seriously and with such conviction, that's amazing. And we have to think of Shen Qingzhi as an actor, as Shen Yuan as an actor playing Shen Qingzhi, because that's what he's doing. He didn't have the same upbringing as Shen Qingzhi. He is pretending to have his personality, which comes from knowing the novel so well. So the fact that he manages to play him so well is amazing. And as time goes on, he'll be able to make Shen Qingzhi closer to his own personality as well. Therefore, he can just act as he wishes to act without having to think too much. When Luo Binghe got serious and started fighting very hard in the battle, it was amazing. The switch from being super defensive and saving himself all the time to wanting to stand up and be able to defeat this person, believing in himself because his master believes in him, and because his master has entrusted his reputation and the reputation of their whole clan to Luo Binghe. It's all down to him, and so he has to uphold that reputation, and he does, and he does it amazingly. He was fantastic, and I loved the fact that Shen Qingzhi had And I love the fact that Shen Yuan had given him another technique, one that the other disciples didn't know of, one with the talismans. Just added that to the manual so that he had another weapon, which is quite interesting. I wonder what Shen Yuan's original thoughts about that was, because he taught him indirectly, essentially. He didn't teach him the skill, but he gave him the means to learn it. So was Shen Yuan trying to give him another weapon so that he could better defend himself? Because Shen Yuan doesn't like seeing him being hurt, but he's always trapped in a situation where he can't help. So is he giving Luo Binghe the skills he needs to be able to defend himself so that Shen Qingzhi doesn't have to worry about him? Or was it just a thought, this will make me look better in his eyes, so I'll just give him another technique because this is a way to raise my reputation in his mind? That's quite interesting to think about. Anyway, I'm excited to see next episode with this palm strike and to see what happens when they discover how the no-cure poison will affect Shen Qingzhi. I just really enjoyed seeing both Luo Binghe and Shen Qingzhi being defensive of each other, and on Shen Yuan's behalf, quite sincerely, because if he'd thought about it, he shouldn't be doing it, which is why he was scolding himself, like, why do I keep doing this? So it's just really nice to see him instinctively try and protect Binghe. Well, this was a very fun episode, and I look forward to next week's episode. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.